Hey folks, happy welcome back to the channel. Thank you for watching. In this episode, we're going to look at the Kawasaki ZX9R 99 edition. And the previous owner, he said he had the bike around, approximately half year, and he didn't do any maintenance, but the previous owner did. So that's never sure what does it mean. So I'm going to check the bike and to see how are the fluids, the spark plugs and the carbs are looking for, probably a sync needs and things like that, maybe some little adjustment. And I'm gonna make a list, of course, what I'm gonna need for the bike. What I have noticed already, one of the brake light is gone, so I have to replace the bulb. I'm gonna check the front, I'm gonna disassemble it because there's a huge mess with this different type of headlight, and I not really like that. It's really touching the forks and hard to turn the steering, but that could be maybe the steering bearing that I still have to check. And unfortunately, the happiness didn't last too long, because one of the rides, the bike lost some power in the low RPM range, like under 5,000. It's almost stalled the bike and just couldn't catch up, but in higher RPM, she pulls like crazy. So I think it was really similar feels like what happened with a 600 when broke the spring in the carburetor. So that's also something what I'm going to check. So a lot of things to do, no time to waste. Let's start. Start with the easiest and the fastest. This brake light bulb is gone. So what I have to do, only just open up the back side, and it's gonna be really quick. And then I can move further. And this is supposed to be a chain oil support thing to do not ride the chain off too fast, but I don't see it would work properly. So I'm just gonna take it off. If I can, not sure. Gotta check it out. I had to take off the complete chain guard, but I don't think it's by factory. It looks a little bit homemade, even with the bolts. And yeah, I'm not sure I can take it off too simply, because somebody, to make it nice looking, they drilled out the the head of the screws. So I cannot take them off, unfortunately. So I'm gonna find out something. And now I did check better the chain. I thought it has some problem, but it's actually, they used a white fat, a greaser, and it's really give a dirty look to the bike. And yeah, I think it's gonna need one more proper clean, but this one I'm not gonna put back for a while. I'm gonna find out something about it later. I'm just gonna go further with the checking. I think the difference is really visible, and I'm gonna need a new cleanup to the rear section. But I think this one is a little bit too tight, so I'm gonna lose up a little bit. I don't want that the too tight chain would damage the outdrive shaft bearing. So I'm gonna lose it up a little bit. Gonna wash one more time with the spray, and then gonna put some lubricant on it, and then this one gonna be done. So I'm gonna move at the front now. Gonna take off the fairing and everything and take a look for this light, and then after lift up the tank and look underneath. So the front is from more parts. This is the first one, which I have to lose up, and then it's gonna come out the inner side as well, where it's really ugly way it has been put back on both sides. So this is the step one. Now the parts are off. Luckily nothing is broken, they just mislocated. These things have to go at a certain place, and they just put it on the wrong one. Luckily no damage, so I can go further. I took off the right side, but actually it didn't give too much help to get closer for the electric parts. So I think I'm not gonna remove the complete nose. I'm just gonna try to solve out by this way, but as it seems it has the things are just put up here, and they kept the original connector luckily, so no any damage, just have to disconnect, I hope. But yeah, it's a big mess. I'm gonna find it out. So partial is out, but I guess it has a little bit more thing to check, because these cables are coming from the inside of the bike, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's just normal, but they just did mislocate or something. And yeah, here's a big mess, guys, definitely. Things are rotting everywhere. Here is one more relay which is free, which should be hooked up somewhere. Yeah, it's a big mess, but unfortunately the main unit is attached to the frame by zip tie, so I have to take out the windshield. That's the next thing. Now I have a little bit more access. Here is the zip tie I have to get off, and this is again something, but it's maybe for the gear sign, the gear, I don't know, but this one definitely have to come off. Now the main thing is out, but the cables are still a lot, and it seems they are coming from the frame. So the next is I have to take off the tank and probably the seat for it. Let's do it. Have found the next screw under the seat. So as you can see, here are some additional connections, which is two fuse box. So it means they put everything on one negative, and we have two additional fuses. So probably one is for the gear indicator, and another one was for this xenon, or I don't know, each AGID light, or what is that. So now I have to find out which light is which light. It's gonna be simple. I'm just gonna disconnect, gonna take out one of the fuses, and if the gear indicator doesn't come up, then that's for the gear indicator. It's gonna be quick. Surprise, surprise, none of them are from the gear indicator, so they probably both been added for the headlight thing. But yeah, now it's easier. Then I'm just gonna take out everything. But first I have to remove the tank. Now the tank is off, but I had some trouble to disconnect the fuel hose, which tells me it's definitely haven't had done a service for a long time. Otherwise this hose wouldn't been struggling that lot. But now we have a little bit different of view. Now I can hopefully find back the cable. This is the extra line. So yeah, I just have to follow the cable. So now step one, I just disconnected the cables, not gonna take them off. First just check will the bike start up without any problem. And if it is, then they didn't add anything for those wires. So that's good. No any other things has been connected for those wires. So I just can cut off the clips and take them out. Meanwhile, update. Another cable is for the horn. They did put up some different horn, and yeah, but it's also gonna come out, I guess, now. Let's check it out. Yeah, no more horn. Then maybe I'm gonna put it back. Ta-da! The rest of the cables are out, but the horn, it's really giving me some questions because it's too big. Not nice, has a weird sound, but unfortunately the dear master who did put in decided to cut the original cables here, added a relay which operates the horn itself, because it seems it has much bigger voltage loading or power. That's why it has the cable directly to the battery, which I'm not happy with it. But yeah, temporarily it's gonna stay because it needs a horn for safety. But before, yeah, I probably gonna look up for something else, and then going to be replace that one as well. So now this one is luckily done. Now I just have to find a way to install a new one, because I don't know where's the connection. I still have to find that. I hope they did not cut it out from the wiring. Oh, maybe this one. Oh yeah, it seems the original one. So just gonna pop in a normal light, and let's check it out. Now the bulb is in and connected. Let's check it out. So we have the parking light, the normal light, yes, it's working luckily as it should. So this part is complete. So now I have to put back everything together. First I'm gonna put back the line for the horn. This is gonna be quick luckily, and then go further. So now the cable routing is complete, and I have found here a bolt, a 6mm, which has approximately the same length and even has place behind. This is holding the headlight for the head unit. So because this relay, it was flying free, I just gonna put it here to be sure not gonna cause any problem or destroying the cable, and then it's gonna be much better place for it. So now everything is complete. I put back the water cap, the relay is on the new place. It looks good so far. I'm happy with it. Hopefully it's gonna cause less problem with the steering now. So now just have to put back everything. Let's go do it. Now the covers are back, and now I did put back everything on the right place. Yeah, probably because of the mislocated time they got a little bit crooked, but yeah, looks better. And now I just have to put back the tank and the seats. That's not a lot there already. And before I'm gonna go further, I'm gonna take her out for just a really short ride to find out how the steering is now. That's not a lot anymore. It's gonna be quick. Now she's finally complete again. I did lose up a little bit at the chain, so I don't know if it's gonna be enough or not. And eventually I adjust at the shifter to as much as I could before touching the road. We'll see how is it gonna working out. Hopefully gonna be better feeling. So yeah, that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, see you in the next one. Bye bye.